Stream. Speech are live. I don't know what is happening, but it obviously is not working. Some other server probably. Ah, we're here. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Um, the lag will be amazing. Yeah, very big lag, but whatever. Okay, we have to start now. Let's start. Hopefully, more people will join at some point, but we need to start. Yeah, now it's working. I don't know. It was some, I was streaming in the OBS and nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing in YouTube itself. So it just crashed. I will delete this video, of course. It's not a video even, so it's fine. Now we are doing this concept. At least I will do it, but we will see what will happen. This will be a Viking, as you probably can see. And the concept is pretty complex. I mean, for like 2 hours of work it will be pretty complex, but I will try and see where I will get. Probably I will not answer too many questions because I will have to concentrate on the concept a little bit more. But when we get to some place, maybe I can pay attention to the chat a little bit more. See, fast, just working and doing stuff. It's pretty fast, the zoom in and zoom out. I will try the del and then here. Now it's better. Del, I mean del on the numeric keyboard, on the numpad. Delete on the numpad is what I do. Sometimes I press it just to reset the zoom because it's starting to be either too sensitive or something, or just not moving at all sometimes. So yeah, resetting it either with home on the keyboard or with this delete on the numpad. I will add a little bit more polygons, and as always, while working from concept, I will watch the concept and my model. I will watch my model from the point of view of the concept. And as you can see, it already is starting to look a little bit like it. Probably you can see. It's kind of looking similar already, which is good. But of course we have a long way to go until we have something. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yeah. Let's see, these are the cheekbones here. They're going like this, big ears. I'm just pushing them in. Okay. I'm trying to be fast because it's more fun. I mean, especially for people who are just watching, it will be pretty annoying and boring if it's not fast, That's what I'm saying. That's why I have to work really fast. And most of the time, I can. In this case, again, I made a little practice. I made this model for like 2 hours without being ultra fast, of course. But when you go through all the processes, then you can be faster. That's why when I practice something, I'm relatively faster afterwards. So practice is the key in our case. I will not make the bear which is on his shoulder because I don't like it. I kinda don't like it, really. Yeah, the bear is not good. It's not looking fine. The overall Viking is pretty cool. The guy has made it very nicely, but the bear, I don't like it. I will show you the bear. It's like, what the hell is this? I mean, who made this bear? It's not good. That's why. No bear for us. tonight. Just Viking. And hopefully he's a Viking, I'm not sure. If he's not a Viking, I will be ashamed a little bit, since I promised you a Viking and I'm doing something else. But I guess he could be a Viking. Let's call him a Viking and it will be fine. It'll be amazing. So here we have to do a little bit of a, you know, slower, going like this. This will be his eye. The eye is not good. We need the eyebrows to go like down. Here we can make it like this. And then the nose on the top could be a bit narrower, like that. Here this. Okay. The cheekbone, let's make the skull. Although anatomy here can be good, but can be also not very good. We have to be careful. What do I mean by that is, I just realized that I haven't called someone today for their birthday, but probably they will forgive me. I don't expect anybody to call me on my birthday. I mean, I will be very happy if nobody calls me. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit strange, but I don't like birthday calls. Yeah, probably because, you know, people are calling only on the birthday. You hear from some people and it's not very good. But yeah. Also, my daughter just woke up and went to the kitchen. I don't know why. She is supposed to sleep now. That are the risks of the live show. And we're having something like a show in here. A live one. Okay. So people are just went into the chat just to chat. Some people just for the chat. It's okay. You can do that. It's fine. Let's make the body, at least the base of the body. Put it like this. And then with the big grab brush, let's make it huge like this. Yeah, it's too big, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. You don't see how the body is, but I know how it is, because I've seen him. Like this. It's pretty cool, right? Okay. Control R. Smoothing. Now flattening. Like this. Okay, and shoulders. I don't know if he's too broad in the shoulders, but I like them to be with broad shoulders, so we will see. Here in the front we have to be careful, because he has kind of an interesting chest, cartoonish type chest, probably. Let's see, we can do this, and then the chest we can, for example, let's see what we can do. We can go and make the clavicle, it's very important. Then we can make the my neighbors are starting to scream again. It's very interesting. And today everything points until we don't have to have stream today. But anyway, I will do it. Yeah, they're screaming pretty much a lot. And they're screaming in their home. Everybody hears them. And then when they are out of their home and we meet them on the stairs of the block and everything, they're like, hello, hello, like nothing is happening, you know. But everybody knows that they're screaming like crazy. I don't know how they're not fighting. I mean, how they're not kind of murder each other there, because it sounds like they're doing that. You cannot hear it probably because it's definitely you cannot hear it, but it's amazing. They're not constantly screaming, of course. I'm streaming, they're screaming, so it's normal. Some people stream, other people scream. Uh, it's normal. Life happens. Okay, you cannot see exactly how he will look with the hair, but he will probably look pretty fine with the hair. We'll see. Let's answer a few questions and see what happens. Streaming can be funny, okay. I like how Nico is able to do whatever he wants to do. Yeah, sometimes I can. Hello Nico, do you prefer Blender over ZBrush for sculpting? Yes. Hello Nico, I know decide to sculpt from 0 to here. Yeah, look, sometimes I just cannot understand you, man. I just cannot, you know. Happy birthday, Nico. Thank you. It's not my birthday, but whatever. For the food, what else? Hello, Nico. I'm a big fan of your work, which is very inspiring. Thank you for the videos and life success always. And big fan for Brazil. Thank you, Pablo. Make a well-speed sculpt, female, maybe next stream. Maybe female sometimes, but I have to practice, you know. We'll see. So, a lot of people from Brazil I see. Carlos and Pablo. Carlos Santana, which is, of course, the singer. And Pablo Escobar. No, Valente. Yeah. Probably not exactly Pablo Escobar, but Pablo is, I think, pretty common name in the Spanish speaking countries, although Brazil is not exactly Spanish speaking country, but it's close. It's almost Spanish. It's Portuguese, so yeah. Germany. Germany, Brazil. Yeah, count yourself there. I mean, how many people from Germany? How many people from Brazil? How many people from other countries? And until then, until you count yourself, I will make a plane. And this plane, I will press tab and subdivide it 2 times. Then I will go to sculpt mode and make the hair, which will be this plane. And you will say, but Nico, this cannot be the hair, this particular plane. I will say to that, but guys, who is the 3D artist here? Me or you? Probably all of you are kind of 3D artists, yes, but I'm the professional one, so let me judge which one is the hair and which one is not the hair. And this is the hair, you will see. Here I will do this tab, Control R. I don't want to do this. Control R in here, once in here, okay, and here in the bottom also, maybe in the middle also. Q symmetrize, okay. Yeah, what am I doing? Nobody knows. Me too. But whatever. It seems like it will work, so we'll see. Oh, it happens to look like a hair now. What is happening? What is Nico doing? Oh, he's doing something. Magic, maybe. Maybe he's a magician. Who knows? But how is this possible? Just from a simple plane to a nice looking hair in like a 1 minute. What is this? Witchery! Nico has to burn. Nico has to burn on the... What is this? They are burning the witches, and yeah, there. I have to burn there. Maybe. He's not looking exactly like the concept yet, but We will see when we color it, huh? You don't expect that. We probably will be able to even color it, but we'll see. It depends, I might say. Belarus, Argentina. Wow, Belarus, really? That's interesting. When you say you are from Belarus, it sounds to me like you are from North Korea. A little bit. Yeah, it's just me. I'm just not exactly familiar with what happens in Belarus, but still, it's just sounds like this. But it's a very good that you can be here. Yeah, I don't like the bear, not his hair. I don't like the bear on his shoulders. The hair is kind of fine. I can stand it. But the bear, not. I will not do the bear. Or even if I can do the bear, although probably there will be no time for the bear, but even if I can do the bear, I will do it very much differently. I will do something different as a bear. Different bear, maybe. Dico from Salem. I don't know what that means. Stereotypes, yeah. It's not accurate because I have never seen somebody from North Korea either in chats or in YouTube comments or ever, you know. But from Belarus, obviously, there are people. So it's not exactly North Korea. It maybe is close, but not exactly. It's better, most likely. It's kind of Europe, right? So Belarus is Europe. If Ukraine is Europe, Belarus is definitely should be Europe, I think. Amazing hair, as you can see. Maybe we can make it a little bit better. Okay. Now, I will go back to the face a little bit later because I don't completely like it. I don't approve it, but now, let's go back to it now. It will be more interesting if I do it now. Oh, it's pretty similar, I would say. Not too bad. Not too much away from the true. But with the chin, with the beard, if we put the beard and everything, it will be better. From the front view, he doesn't look pretty much okay. But, this will take a little bit more time than probably we have. And you will ask, but Nico, how much time do we have? Yeah, I plan this to be no more than 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours seems a lot, but we'll see. Hopefully it will not be as long. What am I doing now? Nobody knows. Now, let's do these days for speed, I do just a sphere. I move it and make the hand from it. The arm itself. I make it from a sphere. Just for speed purposes, we may say. This will be the arm. It seems very cool. Now, probably I will go to the sculpt mode. Yeah. Control R. And then smooth. And then continue working on this arm. On the other arm, I will work more. So I'll symmetrize. And X for symmetry, of course. And then go and start working on the arm itself. Let's make the squarish biceps, which is very cool. I like it. I like squarish biceps. Bicepses. Bicepses? Maybe. Nico, how much time do we have? Thank you for this question, my Russian friend. By the way, talk with this guy from Belarus and figure out if you want to go to Belarus to escape from Russia or he want to escape from Belarus to Russia. I don't know these days who wants to escape from where because it's Too much escaping. Everybody is escaping something. But yeah, Russia is probably not the best place to live now if you are a guy from 18 to like 50 years old. Not the best place for you. But don't tell your president that I said that because, you know, I don't want to have any troubles with him. You know, not good. So what's your opinion on perspective? Is it more preferable, preferable to sculpt with perspective or not? Ah, yes. Yes. The answer is yes. I always work with perspective. So when you sculpt, for example, with clay, the real clay, are you working without or with perspective? That's my question. And let it be the answer also. It's a good answer, I think. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be the answer. So now let's do the palms of the arm, of the hand. Palms of the hand. This will be the thumb. Yeah, we're getting pretty far just for like 22 minutes. Really? Yeah, for 22 minutes we're good. For imagine what we can do in 2 hours. I mean, like, we will do the Viking, we will do his boat, we will do his wife. This doesn't sound right, but we will do a lot of things. We will do his wife. Probably it will not be okay. He will not be happy if we do his wife. So probably we should skip the wife and we will continue on doing something else. His house. His boat and his house. Okay. Yes. Not the wife. Not her. This is the thumb. It looks pretty awkward now, but it's just a base for the thumb, and soon, when I'm kind of done with it, it will look a little bit better. Hopefully. I'm not sure, but I hope. You know, doing this. Don't be frightened, he can't hear in his bunker. Yeah, he's probably is not in his bunker. I mean, everybody said, oh, Putin is in his bunker. No, probably he's somewhere. I mean, he's going to some meetings and stuff. He's not always in the bunker or in some similar place. So probably it's just a little bit. People want to believe that he's hiding somewhere, you know. But he's hiding from who? Nobody can hurt him in Russia. He is absolutely safe. Hmm. Right. Politics, huh? Again. Everything is very nice. Yeah, I know. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing politics. It's my fault. I just care about those things, you know. These days, especially since the war, and I'm just like many people, just watch and see what will happen, and I'm afraid that it could come because we are close. I mean, Bulgaria uh, to Ukraine, we basically have like 400 kilometers or something from Bulgaria to Ukraine. So it's not that far away. It's not the other, you know, other side of the world. Like you are from Brazil, for example. So the people from Brazil, they are happy. Although people from Brazil now are mm, in a little bit more danger because if Bolsonaro or whatever is his name, I don't know how you pronounce it. Probably it's not like this, but in English they pronounce it Bolsonaro. If he wins the election, it will be bad. If he loses the election, it will be bad. But why, you will ask? Because he will not be very happy if he loses, and it could be bad. So basically, Brazilians are not very safe even in the other part of the world, even so much further away from the war now. Nobody is safe these days. I have to call this uh, not speed char or speed sculpt. I have to call it speed politics or something these days. Amazing. So now, look. How the... Hi from Thailand. Thailand is safe. Now, see what I'll do. I will put the 3D cursor here, Shift A, Mesh, Cube. Then I will scale, oops, not now. Press Tab, scale the cube, rotate, move it here, and then make a finger by Control, right-clicking like this. Now this finger has to be a little bit more, squeezed. But next thing I want to do is get back with Shift C, the cursor, and then Control A, reset all transforms because this is important. Now I'll go subdivision surface modifier 2 times, go to tab, A, Shift E, and do this, and then I will start moving it in sculpt mode. You see, pretty easy. Nobody understood what I did, or at least probably not, most of you didn't, but it's not a problem. I do this almost every time I'm doing fingers on my characters, so it's the same. How do you deal with imperfections on your sculpt, particularly forearms? I never have imperfections in my sculpts. It's not the thing I do. I mean, I don't do imperfections. I only do perfections. I'm joking. And in the forearms are pretty difficult. Yes, they're one of the most difficult things of the whole arm and even the whole sculpt. But with practice and doing a lot of them, you kind of know what you want to do, and you do them naturally. I mean, without thinking too much. And imperfections, I don't know what you mean by imperfections, but yeah. Apply this subdivision modifier so I can just make sure those fingers are a little bit better looking. Hello Nico, do you think sculpting in Blender is better than in ZBrush? No. Remember your old videos where you worked in ZBrush but now you only use Blender. Yeah, I noticed that. I recently noticed that I'm using Blender only these days. And I said, Nico, what happened to you? You were a ZBrush artist. Now you're using only Blender. But I said, whatever. Is it working? Yes. Is it okay? Are you making nice sculpts? Let's say yes. So, I think those questions are, I mean, you don't have to ask them. Many people, some people are asking me, like, why are you working in Blender? Isn't ZBrush better? Okay, even if ZBrush is better, which it's better. Blender is obviously good enough and fast enough and everything, So if I can do this fast, those things in Blender, probably you can do too. But I'm just saying, if you know ZBrush, there is no reason to go to Blender at all. If you have ZBrush, if you bought it or downloaded it from the torrents or whatever, there is no reason. Just no. By the way, have I told you that the Dragon course is already in the torrents? I told you yesterday, I think, yeah. Yes. I will not say who uploaded it. Because, yeah. I don't say. I will not say. The Dragon Rider. Now, let's do a little bit of symmetrize. and we have some hands, which doesn't look quite perfect, but there is time, relax. There is time. This is the 30-minute mark, and we already have some fingers, which is good. All right. Oh, talking about politics while teaching people is never a good idea. But in this case, this is just simple life for fun and everything. And probably we can talk about politics. Why not? I mean, I think it's not so unappropriate. It's inappropriate, but it's not super inappropriate. Since, we are artists, but still we are people. We have our fears, we have our preferences, and my preferences are not for North Korea or Belarus type of democracy. You know, it's by the way, North Korea at least is not pretending that there is a democracy there. In Belarus, I'm not sure how exactly they're pretending or not, but in Russia, I think they're pretending it's democracy and everything. It was, it was kind of, but nowadays, I wanted so much to go to Russia. It was my kind of a dream. I mean, yeah, really, I'm not joking. To go to visit the Red Square, to visit some things in the one of the most beautiful cities, um, St. Petersburg. Amazing. It will be pretty nice. But someday probably I will be able to. Not in the near future probably. So yeah, hopefully someday. Laura had uploaded a video about the piracy in her videos. Yeah, I saw it. By the way, this is one of the videos of Laura that I like a lot. But I don't like how she's talking like a robot in this video. Completely like a robot. She was like, I don't know, even not reading a script. If she was reading the script, it will be fluid, much more fluid. But she was talking super like a robot. And people told me that she's usually talking like this. I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw the video about Percy, and yes, probably she's upset about that. I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm moving to Blender because I don't want to pay for updates, and torrents are hard to get nowadays, and to be fair, I prefer not to deal with torrents. Yeah, definitely the right thing. I mean, and Blender is getting better and better every day. It's getting adopted in many studios, especially indie studios, because they cannot afford to pay like thousands of dollars for 3D Max each year or to Maya or everything. So Blender is very nice, and since they are using Blender anyway, if you go there, you will use it for sculpting and for everything. So I mean, I think nobody in any studio will kind of say, oh, you cannot use Blender in our studio. Why not? It's absolutely free. You can use it, whatever. But if you, for example, know Max, or you are a Cinema 4D user, or Maya user, you will have problems if you go to a studio where they work in some other software. But if you're a Blender user, why should you have any issues? Of course you will have issues, because when you go to certain studio, they will work with certain software. For example, in Gameloft, we work with 3D Max. Okay, yeah, cool. And when you go to Gameloft and work with Blender, you will be able to do your stuff, but then you have to at least export it to Max. So all the plugins that are made for Max, like custom in-house plugins, they have to be applied for this to be exported for the game and stuff like this. But this is just one step that you have to learn, not the whole process or the whole software. So yeah, it's not difficult. So Blender, yeah, Blender forever. I don't know if it will be forever, but we'll see. Let's do a mesh, a sphere, and you will say, but Nico, what is the sphere for? I will make his dick, no, his leg one of his legs, and then, you know. Ah, she deleted the video about the piracy. Ah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The video was pretty interesting. She was telling all about her income and why exactly she doesn't make too much money with the site, and I believe her completely because it's not easy. She's starting something. She has started something which is not very easy to do. For example, I'm not doing the same model as her. I'm not doing a site with subscription base and constantly doing courses. I'm just selling courses on certain platforms. I don't pay for the site, for example, for the for the hosting or for servers. No, I'm just making the courses and I'm just letting them in ArtStation in Udemy, and it's completely okay. And you know, I don't have anything in mind for the torrents. Why? Because the guys who are downloading from the torrents, most of the time, I always say that they are either like me when I was young, without too much money. They have barely. I had barely money to eat and to pay my internet, and that's the truth. And yeah, I was downloading from torrents everything, and either that or the guys who will never buy the course anyway. So what is the problem for the courses to be in the torrents? Nobody is making money from that. I mean, yeah. Now I'm making the legs. By the way, these days I'm planning my next video for the main channel to be about leg anatomy. Of course, nothing, more different than my videos about anatomy when in the superhero anatomy or the female anatomy, but in the YouTube channel, just for legs, as I have for the arms and for the other parts of the body, like for the palms and everything. For the legs, I will make a separate video. It will be cool. Now, let's see it from the side view. Okay, those legs has to go back like this. And let's see how it will be. Symmetrize. Pretty small legs, I would say. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Not like this. This scale is very awkward. Oh, okay. Now move them. Yeah, this big will be better, I think. Ooh, again this adult side. Hello. Adult side. How to do it now? Report first. Unwanted commercial content or spam report. Okay, and then hide user on this channel. I guess. Amazing. We are good. No problem. Yeah, you need to see Kazan in Russian. I like to see everything in this life, but it will be impossible. Yes, of course, in Russia, Russia is so big. I mean, we can say that Russia is one of the biggest countries in the world. I know this is a joke because everybody knows it's the biggest in territory. But yeah, and since it's the biggest, probably there is something to see there. Probably there is a little bit to see in this biggest country in the world. In my country, which is very small, there is a lot of things to see, and I imagine in Russia is like, but you cannot have all. You cannot have it all. AC/DC. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Who is Laura? You don't know Laura from Gang Bang? No, Outgang. Laura from Outgang. I think Outgang was the name of her channel. Yes. And in Russia, they don't know Laura because uh, they don't see that kind of people. I mean, in Russia, they don't. They cannot see them. They definitely. They basically cannot. They ignore them. Like this doesn't exist. This is not true. I mean, yeah, Russia. How about another video about forearm anatomy? Never gets old. Oh, really? Another one. Problem. Since forearm is pretty difficult, I may do at some point a separate video about forehead, forearm, and all the 4 parts in the body. 4 parts. 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts is okay. Maybe foreleg. Do we have a foreleg, by the way? Why do we have forearm? We don't have foreleg. It's I don't think it's a good thing. I downloaded WingFox course from the torrent because I'm from Brazil and $69 for the. Oh yes, yes. That's why my course is in the torrents, because it's too expensive in WingFox. I mean, my other courses also are there, but still, this one exactly. You know, it miraculously went there the whole course. Since in WingFox, there is only part of the course released. So somebody with the source files of the course has uploaded it into the torrent. I don't know who is he. But yeah, you have to thank him. Okay, let's say, is your course on the Cartoon Dragon Rider exclusive to WingFox? Yes, it is exclusive to WingFox and CG Pierce. Now. But mostly WingFox. Let's say it's WingFox. It's not, I mean, this is a video in internet. We cannot say these things. Or we can? I don't know. Probably we can. I see nowadays so much courses for CG. The next 2 team is very active also. Yeah, they are very active. Yeah, I believe that you can make more money as a teacher than a 3D artist in a company. It depends. If you are a teacher and a 3D artist in a company like I was, you can make more money. But as only a teacher, it will be a little bit less. Yeah, sorry about, guys, please. The jokes that I'm making, they're not appropriate. Let's say they're not appropriate at all. I'm making them only because I am a little bit of psychopath, you know. The people who are artists, they're a little bit, you know, like this. So yeah, you have to excuse me for that. Sorry. And you know, nobody tells Laura what I said, you know, because I respect her. She's a very good artist, and I'm saying she. Notice that I'm saying she. So, very good artist. She's a very good artist. I respect that, and I respect the. I mean, what she's doing for the community. She's doing great tutorials. I think I haven't watched them, but people say they are great, so I believe it. They're great. Outgang, yeah, I know Outgang, yeah. Nico was actually the one who uploaded this course on torrents. I will never admit that, because they can sue me from WingFox. So silent. Don't, you know, never. It's okay. Don't worry. Big small country is not always bad. I believe it's completely related to possibility to build democracy. Democracy is another thing. Yeah, ours is democracy, at least for now. Would you make a course for an animated character? Since now, I'm not working on any company, and I'm only making courses. Probably I will go to make a course for anime character at some point, but it's not one of my first choices for a course, let's say. The politician Nico is coming out. Yeah, I have to become a little bit more politically correct. If more people will watch me, it will be necessary, because you know, people will start to report me, for example, because of my speech of hate or something. Maybe, I don't know, but I think those things happen, so we have to be careful with that. This is a pretty you know, possible thing. This channel is new, and it can kind of disappear as the Blender Guru channel disappeared the other day. I don't know what happened. Probably he will release a video about it at some point, or press release, since he has 2.5 million or 2 million and something subscribers on his channel, and suddenly the channel was gone. It was wow. Where's the donut? Where is the donut? The donut was gone. Thank you, Kirill. Thank you. Thank you for calling me a good sculptor. I like to think myself as exactly that, a good sculptor. Not the best, not the worst, just a good. I've seen many people better than me in ArtStation, people that are doing amazing things, people that have more practice. And that's, by the way, they have a lot more practice than me. Probably because I'm lazy and I don't have enough practice these days. But the whole, like, more than 10 years of practice that I have up to this point are paying dividends, let's say. Ugh. I don't like the legs to point forward, I like them to point outward. So I'll just a little bit rotate them outward. His feet should be a little bit big. Laura is also beautiful, but the courses are expensive. I don't know about the expensive part. Because she's on subscription based something and she's beautiful. Yes, probably if you're into this kind of things. Yes, but probably I will kind of stay away from. Mm, if you're a teacher, I don't exactly. I'm not exactly sure you have to put kind of pictures of you uh, almost naked in the internet, which if it's a Facebook, probably it's okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just hater, you know. Nico, you are such a nice guy. You have such a nice tutorials and such a nice sense of humor. But Nico, basically, if you noticed in this particular video, is kind of a hater. Nico likes to hate, and he's restraining himself, but not so much in this video. And he's basically hating Laura, which is not good. And he doesn't hate her at all. He respects her, so don't make it worse. It's okay. 1 hour? Oh, we don't have even 1 hour, and we are kind of okay. Now, what else we can do about the head? The head is the most important thing. Let's go back to the head and try to make it look better than it is. Can we do it? Just point it downwards a little bit. Let's go to the hair itself. Move it. Who is Laura? Okay, you should not know who is Laura. Laura is just a guy and just a girl I know from school. Let's say that it will be amazing. Let's not go into too much detail about Laura. It's here. Let's see if we can make it better. Probably we can if we apply the apply the subdivision modifier first. No, it's not a good idea. Control Z, Control Z, come on. No, I cannot. Okay. Okay, solidify, apply. Data transfer, what is happening here? I don't know. Some things are happening which are not completely okay. Subdivision surface. Okay, now it's fine. Apply this one and hey Nico, can you show us how you make turntables in Blender by the end of this stream? Why I showed it in almost all my courses in Blender. I think all of them in Blender. I make the turntables. All of them, definitely. Even in the beginner one, I make the turntable. In the course, everywhere I make it. This is my trademark, to make the turntable in Blender at the end of the course, you know. And now, guys, I will show you how to make the turntable in Blender. It's very easy, but it's not. It's super intuitive, but it's not exactly quite intuitive. But I will show you and you will see and you will forget it immediately. But I will show you, why not? It's fine. No problem. What did you do with these characters you do in stream? What have I mean, I do nothing. I just leave them. If I save them, this one I will save. Let's say I will save it. Uh, if I save them, I will leave them just to, to sit there. I will do nothing in particular with them. Maybe I have to finish them and then put them on sale. Or, or I can do a Patreon channel, a Patreon thing, and then all of those characters that I'm doing in stream, I will just give them to the people of Patreon. But why would they need them? I don't know. Yeah, just ideas, just ideas. I'm full with this kind of ideas, and they are flowing, and I'm just saying them, and sometimes complete stupid things are coming out, and it's amazing. It's so good. I love it. As you can see from my uh, very excited face. I love this. It's so amazing. It's so good. I cannot express how happy I am with everything what happens. I'm joking. No, it's everything is good. Everything is cool. Let me just rest a little bit. Have you thought of using the new hair system in Blender? Yes, but I haven't. Hello from Switzerland. Switzerland is the best. No, every country is the best, but Switzerland is a little bit better than the West. Let's say. Uh, you will stream every day? Yeah, these days probably. I will see. Is there a name for a Final Fantasy or Devil May Cry character style? It's kind of a, I guess, manga or I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you sometimes count more hours for a sculpt when doing freelance work since you work so fast? I will not answer this question. Laughing my rips out, do you evading the questions, Nico? Good sculptor and good comedian. Thank you, thank you. Should we ask permission from the concept artist before making a sculpt based on his work, or is it usually okay to just make a sculpt? Yeah, it's usually okay to make a sculpt without permission. I'm not asking permission, this guy, for example, to make this YouTube video with this sculpt. If I use it for a course, if I use it for something that I will probably make money from it, I definitely ask and demand an answer. Most of the time the answer is okay or yes. Or I will be glad if you can do it or something. But most of the time it's like short answer, not like super. Should you ask for... okay, your videos are very interesting. Made me buy your Blender course Lobo, which I thought I would never do. You thought you will never do the course, or you thought you will never buy a course in Blender? But you bought it just to support me, probably, not to watch it. But watch it, it will be probably interesting. I mean, it should be interesting. Many people are watching my videos and my courses just like... they are sculpting something completely different, for example. But they are watching them just because I talk all the time. I'm like a podcast host or something. I don't shut up ever. And that's the thing, probably, they like about it. And I'm happy that I'm this kind of person. This is my personality. I always do that. I mean, when I go to certain place with some people, and at some point I realize that I'm the only one talking for like 10 minutes and nobody else is talking, and it's not exactly perfect in many cases. Yeah, let's say it's not. That's why they don't invite me anymore to parties, because I spoil the party to everybody. Again, our Tinder hot everything. We have to visit those sites sometimes, but I will remove it for now. And the user also, to hide user on this channel, and it's amazing. I don't know, but how are they finding this channel? This channel is so new. There are so kind of not so many people in this channel yet. And again, they are coming, those kind of bots. Amazing. Really cool. Thanks for your answer. Your Switzerland, yeah, and love to Bulgaria from Bern. Bern in Switzerland. Very cool. Very cool. Few months ago, like in the summer, I sent my son with his grandma to a trip to Switzerland. They were in the Alps and around that. It's amazing. They said it was very nice. It was very cool. A little bit expensive for us since we are in Bulgaria and Switzerland. You know, it's like you see Bulgaria, Switzerland for the prices. Careful, yeah. Do you by any chance know how to turn models into action figures like Marvel Legends or I mean the figures which are moving. Yeah, it's difficult. Just don't try this at home. It's very difficult. No, I'm joking. It's difficult. Yeah. Usually, if I want to do something like this, or if I will do something like this, I will do it in ZBrush because it supports more polygons, and I will need polygons in order to make the bevel operations and stuff like this. But I haven't done something exactly like this. Usually, I just make the models and then give them to the guy, and he prints them whole, like this. Everything is one piece. It's not like different pieces and then stick them together. No, everything is one piece. Even with the base, everything is one piece. So it's possible. It's possible. Sometimes thing became a little bit problematic, as you can see here. It's very difficult to see, but yeah, this is a failed print. This thing here, but the whole other part of the model, the whole other model, is amazing. It's just super cool, and the back also. Everything is super cool except for this part here, which is broken. But uh, because this is a very big model, probably or something. I don't know. It's fine. The add-on turnaround camera, you can do. Okay, I'm late. Okay, Sweden here. Where are we from? I'm from Bulgaria. I hate that about your courses. You hate that I'm talking too much. Yeah, thank you. It's okay. Everybody can have. Uh, the thing I don't like courses where people are silently working. What kind of course is this? You know, silently working. It's strange. But everybody has their taste. You know, it's not. Yeah. Too many hot boys here. Yeah, too many, of course. Especially Russians and Belarusians, of course. That's absolutely true. All those Russians. Again, I remember this song from ABBA. I think it's. Ooh, what happens with the eye? Maybe I have to fix it. It's not exactly working quite well. This might be a stupid question, but how do you deal with perfectionism when when it slows your workflow down? Yeah, I deal with it very easy. I'm not a perfectionist, and that helps me a lot. I know people who are better sculptors than me, and they are perfectionists, and they suffer from that because they cannot finish. It's very difficult for them to finish the work, to call it finish. They finish it. It's very good looking, but they don't. They cannot call it finish, and that's problem for them. For me, it's not. You know, I'm very fast, and if I go to like this point, I can say, okay, it's all right. Let's go. Let's do something else. For me, the quality standards are a little bit lower. You know, of course, if I have to do something that I show in ArtStation, for example, yeah, it has to be kind of good, at least. It shouldn't be something awful, definitely. Why am I doing legs here? He doesn't have legs on the concept. I mean, what's happening? Yeah, I already did them, so should be fine. His arms are enormous compared to his other parts of him, but whatever. Let's connect those parts. Face sets from visible. Shift R. This. Okay. Smooth. And we have our fingers connected to the arms. or to the hand, if you will. Switzerland is expensive, but I'm glad your family liked it. I love visiting Slavic countries. Maybe one day I can see your country. Yeah, of course. Bulgaria is pretty nice, especially the capital. But also some other cities like Varna is a seaside city. We have a nice seaside. Our sand here is pretty cool. I mean, in Greece, the sand in many places is just like a rocky something. Our sand is from seashells, and it's very soft and very cool, very nice. It's very cool, especially in the winter. In the winter, it's pretty cool, the sand. In the summer, it's very hot. But yeah, it depends when you want to go to the beach. I watched your videos 10 minutes ago and you are live now. I love your jobs. Hello from Turkey. Speech out live. Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's do something like the earring. While we are at it. Or not. Let me see. Okay, let's do the beard because we haven't done it yet. And it will be interesting to see how he will look with the beard. I'm doing a mask. Just a basic mask here. And this should be enough for our beard. But we will see. Should be enough. Max extract, okay. Wait a little bit. It's fine. Let's go to sculpt mode and inflate a little bit, smooth it. Then go to our quad remesher, remesh it. And then go away from the quad remesh and just put it into position. And of course, I will have to make a little bit of thickness of this beard. I will see how it go. Let me just close up. Yeah, we have decent thickness of this beard, so I will do it. And with the beard, probably he will look more interesting. Solidify modifier, increase the thickness a lot, and then put it out. And it will go down because it starts from lower, as you probably notice. I haven't noticed, but now I noticed, so yes. Alright, now it looks more like the concept. Yes, yes, yes. I'm always happy. Have you checked the concept art from Nicola Saviori? He has amazing concepts to doing them in 3D. You know, I've checked a lot of people's art, and I have kind of interesting standards for, especially for lives. They have to be kind of relatively simple concepts, and also I have to see, and I have to kind of see them, and I decide that if they are good for 3D or not. And some concepts are not very good for 3D. I mean, they will not be a very good 3D. And that's why I'm not doing every concept that that I find. Even if they are very nice and stylized concepts, sometimes they will not be a very good 3D. So I have to figure that out for every concept separately. Okay, the beard is going well. We got it, I think. So I will apply the solidify modifier and then go to a subdivision surface modifier and apply, let's say apply it once. Then go to the sculpt mode and just do a little bit of sculpting and we will be fine. And then we can do a little coloring just for fun because we don't have too much time, but we need more things to do. So first let's do a little bit more things. Smooth this. Let's see it from... Okay, the chest has to go even a little bit more forward than it is now, which is I don't completely approve, but yeah, you know, whatever. The arms should probably be smaller because they are amazingly big. So I will do just this smaller arms and put them like this without symmetry. I will just make sure the left arm or his right arm is okay, and then I will symmetrize. and it will be good. I promise it will be good. And it's ready. Both arms are amazing. Then turn back symmetry again, turn back time, and we'll be fine. So more than 1 hour now. I'm ashamed that I have done so less for 1 hour, but because I'm answering questions, it's not very easy for me. 3D print look nice. Would you paint it? No, I'm not painting anything because I don't really have experience with that, and it will be awful. That's why I would probably, if I want to paint something, I would probably pay somebody to paint it for me, and they will paint it, and I will have it painted. But I know a guy who is painting very nicely. He's painting very nicely, and I will probably pay him. And he will do it greatly, or just great. I don't know, something. By the way, if we have to do it like we have to do it, we have to do something like a sharp calves here and a lot of other sharp things we have to do, but we cannot probably do it because we don't have enough time. But the arms, when they are smaller, obviously, as you can see, it's better. Now we are working on it, and it's getting better with every stroke. Why? Why is that happening? Because that's how the models work. When you work on them, they have to get better. If they don't get better, then you're doing something wrong, maybe. That's the thing. Then you have to reconsider, what am I doing wrong? And then you have to open one of my videos and say, what would Nico do in this case? And you will probably find the answer in your heart here. Ever been to Kenya? No, no, no. In Africa, I've been into Egypt and Zanzibar only. Zanzibar is in Tanzania, I think. It's not in Kenya, so I have never been in Kenya. No. Why are you using Blender over ZBrush? Good question. You have to watch this video and all my videos to find out, because I always get this question and I always answer it, and I answered it at least twice in this video only. And I will tell you, okay, I will tell you, okay, I will tell you. I'm using Blender because with Blender I can teach to more people. My tutorials will reach more people and wider audience of people, and this will make me more money. Yeah, I may be joking, but am I? You never know. Nico, what software did you use for the rocket intro in your videos? The software. I think in After Effects I did it. It's not the best software for animation, let me say that, but it happens. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it even in Photoshop. Something like this. But in Photoshop you have to export it as GIF or GIF, which will not be ideal. So I guess After Effects is better. So now let's do the something very interesting. Cylinder, tab, make it smaller, like this. Press 3 here, here, X, faces, goodbye, faces, and then this will be our belt, by the way. Yes, this is the belt, because you thought that I will do just the figure, but I will do everything except for the bear. I told you I will not do the bear. I don't like the bear. Shift D, move it. No, don't move it. Tab, move it up, and make one of those belts. So for one of those belts I will do this. You see how I'm doing like random things, but they happen to work. I mean, you know, just something, just put something there, and then with the sculpting brushes just do it and it will work, and it's working. You don't have to think about it too much, you just do it. No, I'm joking, you have to think. I thought about this when I was practicing today, because I was practicing for this. Otherwise, I will not be able to do it this quickly, probably. I practiced once, so I did it once before, and I can show you the result, and we can compare this one with the other one, but later, just when I finish it. Okay, this is one of the belts. Let's make it a belt. So solidify, but big solidify. I will make a very big solidify, solid solidify. And then edge data here and here. And then subdivision surface like 3 times. It's amazing. And you see it's a belt. Pretty good belt. But Nico, how did you do this belt? I wasn't watching. I was reading the chat. Can you show this again? Yes, I will do the other belt, but just copy this one. So, yeah. How I will do the other belt? Let me show you. So in object mode, I will just Shift D and copy this one. It's here. So with tab, I will just rotate it and probably make it as another object. It will be better. And then go to sculpt mode and just try to push it into position. And it will copy it with all the modifiers and everything, and it will be ready just to be placed, which is good. About 80% of your courses. Really, 80%? How do you know? It's, I mean, but thank you. Yeah, I always have to thank people who are giving me money, but it's cool, right? Yeah. Do you play tabletop games like D&D and Warhammer? No, I don't, but I plan to do a course about making figures for Warhammer, for example. Someday, maybe next year, we'll see. There is just a plan in my head. The guy who is printing my figures, he is a fan, and he's printing a lot of figures for that. So I will just check out one of his. He has like terabytes of figures in his hard drive, so he will give me some. I will check them out. I will, see how they're done, and I will practice a little bit, and I will do a tutorial about it. Yeah, I'm telling you all my secrets. What's happening here? What's happening? Why am I doing this? I'm not very secretive person. I mean, you know. Do you play? Oh, okay. Makes sense. What time is it on your country? Here's 3 p.m. Okay, here is 11 a.m. No, p.m. 11 p.m. Thanks for your courses. You help me make money. Oh, really? That's cool. Your courses help is make money too. Yes. I observed you're not using Dino Topo and just remeshing. Is there a reason why you're not using both? No, Dino Topo I use very rarely. Very rarely. I mean, I almost don't use it. It's for me, it doesn't give me enough control. I don't like to use it. Dino Topo is not for me. I almost never use also the Sculptress mode in ZBrush. Just very rarely. And it's the same. Dino Topo is Sculptress mode in ZBrush. It's the same thing. So that, yeah. Want to make you as much money as you want. You're a good person. No, we already established that. I'm not a good person. I'm mostly a hater, but in my courses, I try to look like a good person so people will like me and they will buy my courses, because if I look like a hater, maybe people will not. But here in the life, I can look like a hater without any issue. It's more interesting. Yes? Probably. Although the things I said in this video, some of them will bite me in the ass, but we'll see. Let's make something interesting with this. So I want those modifiers to apply to this. So I'll do this, Control L, link, copy modifier. So amazing. Copy modifiers is a very good thing to do. Now, what do we need? We need a plane. Very much. We need the plane very much. Now I'll put it down. I'll rotate it. I'll put it here. Here like this. And then I will subdivide it Did I extrude the faces? I did. Okay. Subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. Too many subdivide, but whatever. It's okay. Currently sculpting now. It was made easy. Do it to your videos. Yeah, it looks pretty easy. Many people are watching the video and say, "Oh, sculpting is so easy." When you start, it's not that much, but if you are kind of if you continue to develop your skills and if you practice enough, it will be as easy as, super easy. It's so much fun for me to sculpt, and it probably is visible in the courses and everything that I have so much fun. Even the hater like me looks like a good guy when sculpting, If you could make any changes to Blender sculpting, what would they be? If you could talk to the developer, I would make the thing that those pivots here for moving and for rotating and overall the whole thing, I want to be able to move them freely like in ZBrush, to put them wherever I want, and then to move and rotate and everything. This will be the main wish I have. I mean, I wish this for Christmas, for New Year, for Easter, for every holiday. I want this. This is my wish. Do you intend to do more ZBrush tutorials? Not in the recent future, I guess. Yeah. You said you're making Warhammer model series. Is that the Fantasy 1 or 40k? You catch me off guard in here. I don't know. I will see. I will probably take some nice model and, my guy will tell me what to do. What is appropriate. What people will like or something. He knows. He will tell me, and I don't know yet what it will be. Is it ok to ask what add-ons you use? Yes, the add-ons I use are Blender Kit, Quadrimesh, and screencast keys just to see my keys. But Blender Kit and Quadrimesh are amazing. Blender Kit is absolutely free, and you have materials, models, many things you can use. Also HDR is very important, and Quadrimesh is paid, but it's amazing. It's the best probably non-manual retopo tool for Blender, and fast and efficient, and it's cool. Just cool. Now, what time is it? Okay, we have a little bit more time. We can color this guy, but let's make the thing for the front in here. Let's first add the modifier solidify for this. Make it thick. I make everything very thick, as you can see. Edge data here, 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 and then subdivision surface. Very good. Now, let's make the belt thing. So mesh, sphere. I'm making everything from sphere, by the way, as you probably notice. It's cool. I like spheres. In my workflow, I use spheres a lot. The sphere is something like my thing. It's my thing, the sphere. It's amazing. What am I doing now? I don't know, but it's just something like this. It's something like a lion with mustaches. You cannot see it, but I see it. It's like I don't know exactly what is this, but let's do it. I mean, we're working from a concept, so sometimes we should follow the concept when we're doing that. Sometimes, not always. But if you're working for a freelance or something, you should follow the concept pretty closely. Many people, many companies, most of them, let's say, want their concept to be exactly, I mean the model to be exactly like the concept. And that's difficult for many people. Working from concept and making it similar or very close to the concept, the 3D model I mean, it's pretty difficult. Okay, I don't completely approve the design of this particular piece here, but the guy who made the concept, I'm not sure who he is exactly. We can check it out, by the way. Let me just... Okay, Zong Dexian is the name, and he has... Zong Dexian has less than my subscribers in our station. This is Zong Dexian. But 9,000, it's okay. I mean, he's not bad. But he has very kind of weird things he had drawn, which are, I don't know. But I like them. I like them a lot. Some of them. But this is one of the things that I think will look good in 3D, and it should look kind of fine. By the way, it's not good that I'm doing this kind of lives, and I'm doing uh, relatively not very simple models just for 2 hours, and they look kind of okay, because people will start to think that those things are made this fast forever. No, you see, I'm just throwing things, throwing them, not doing everything particularly correctly. Just looks amazing. No, you're not as good as liar as sculptor. I know what bad people look like. You are a good person. No, I'm not telling I'm a bad person. I'm not a bad person at all. But I'm just, in my country is appropriate. It's not appropriate, but we do it. We do it, and we know it's bad, but we do it. We hate people. I mean, when we gather together and we say, do you know this guy? And he is like, hate, 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 hate. And then you realize that what you have done, and you say, what am I doing? Am I doing this again? Because we start to develop this self, self realizing. We are realizing we are doing that, but still, we are doing that. But no, I'm not telling I'm not saying I'm a bad person. Not no. At least I don't think I am. I'm not hurting animals. Although I'm killing. There are insects here, which are smelly bugs. I call them smelly bugs. I don't know how they're in English, but they're very nasty looking bugs, flat, and if you hurt them a little bit, and they smell. They put this kind of a liquid a little bit from their asses, and it smells very bad. And I hurt them sometimes. Yeah, I can say that. Smelly bugs. I don't like them at all. These are my most maybe with the cockroaches, most hated bugs that I hate. For example, bees or wasps. I don't hate them that much. I mean, especially bees. Bees are okay, but those smelly bugs, they're like zombies. They're flying like a zombie. I don't know what I'm doing, and it goes into my head. What's happening here? It's disgusting. I don't like that. I don't like a bug going into my head. A bee would almost never do that, except if it's very tired, and sometimes a tired bee had kind of landed into my hand, and I just like wait for it to go away, and it's okay. But those smelly bugs, they're like zombies. They fly very heavy, and they land somewhere, whatever. They don't care. Amazingly bad persons. Smelly bugs. Okay, let's color. Let's color and we'll see what we'll do. Awesome, I love style sculpting like this. You're the best, Nico. Thank you. When people tell me I'm the best, I know that I'm not the best, but it kind of feels nice. I've seen much better artists than me, but it feels so cool. It's we are human. We like to be flattered, although we know it's not true. Nico, can you sculpt a smelly book in the next? That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Maybe this character could have been a good character course for the style. Definitely, yeah, it could be. It could be. I can make a course for this. But then you say, but Nico, why is the course like 20 hours and you did this in a stream for less than 2 hours? What's happening here? What is this? Why are you lying to us? You're making the course longer so you can make more money? What's with you, Nico? By the way, I say now, before everybody, I will never do um, a course exclusive for Wing Fox again. Just mentioning it. It was not good. Uh, Makes no sense since fluid will stink anyway from the squished body, so just throw them to window. Yeah, I have some good boost of Spider-Man like Skywalker and Napoleon, but you have to make the piece marking the piece a bit. Maybe you're not the best artist, but compared to the some best artists, you have done a lot for others. I like to teach people. I mean, I like to speak in front of people and teach people and all that stuff. I do it for me, not for you. Yeah, I'm sorry that it sounds bad, but that's always true. I mean, people who like to teach other people, and they're doing that for them. It's something for them. Yeah, the other people are benefiting for it. For example, you see a guy who is giving money to the poor guy on the street. He's taking money from his pocket and giving, and he's giving money to the homeless person or to the poor because it makes him feel like great. Like I gave him money. I feel so good. I'm such a nice person. We always do these things for ourselves. Yeah. And people then thank us. Nico, you're so cool. You're doing so much stuff for the community and stuff like this. But they don't know I'm doing it for myself. Because I feel good by doing it. Okay, let's make some colors, by the way. I'm talking bullshits and here, but colors. So this will be brown. And since I already have the brown, I will just apply it. Oh, why cannot I select some things? This I select, okay, brown. This one I cannot select. Okay, sometimes this happens. You cannot select some things easily. Yeah. And this, I can select this. Can I select this? No. Is it turned? Sometimes it's just, no, it's not turned. It's interesting. Why? I could select this now. Very cool. Okay. Okay, these are the brown ones. I would like this also to be brown. And the hair will be orange. So let's select the orange color. Brighter orange, like this. Maybe a little bit more orange, a little bit more yellow, I think, will be better. Alright, this one will be also orange. The color of his face will be a little bit like this. And the body and this. It's a little bit too dark, I think. But we can fix it. Okay, okay, yeah, it's dark. It's too dark. How can I fix it? We can go to sculpt mode and then go here and change the brightness. Okay, okay. It's better. But then we can go to sculpt mode again, take the paintbrush and go to a little bit of reddish color. Let's go reddish. Really reddish. Oh, yeah. And just paint. Just make sure it's not one color, everything. It just looks bad. Okay, I'm doing just the front. Since I don't have time to do the back, It will be too much. So I'm doing just the front of the character. I think you will forgive me for that. Fox is Chinese. Yeah, they're a Chinese company, but the Wingfox site is kind of for the whole world. It's not only Chinese site. But they are Chinese, yeah. Painting. If nobody notice, I'm painting, so careful. okay. He doesn't look exactly like the concept, but yeah. It'll be fine. Oh, I forgot the earring. Now we're screwed. I forgot the earring. And this is bad. This is very bad. No, we will do the earring very quickly and I will show you. The earring will be very, very quick. You will not believe how quick I will do it. I mean, for a minute and a half maybe or something like this. But for now, I'm just doing this. Yeah. He's starting to look like it. Let's select this color. Let's make this a little bit, the saturation, let's make it a little bit more saturated and a little bit different hue I would like. No, it will be difficult to change the hue, by the way. No, not change the hue. Let's take the brush again and go to some kind of a pinkish color and just draw with this pinkish color here and there. I want him to be more pinkish. Pink and the brain. Because in the concept, he is pink. With the nose we can make more pink or a little bit reddish than pink. Yes, like this. And the ears. Okay, now it looks relatively fine. The arms. And the legs are not important. This on his belt is amazingly bad, but whatever. Let's make one earring and let's see what happens. So, mesh, torus, and let's decrease the segments to not 4, maybe 5 will be okay, but those, let's decrease them, and now it's ready. Tab and move it in position. S to scale it, Alt S to inflate it, rotate it, put it in position. And with the grab brush I can just do it. It's not supposed to be very right shape, I mean, you know. There are 70 people watching right now. It's a record. Kind of. Alright, let's turn shadow and cavity. And yeah, this is what it looks like. By the way, what I can do is select everything and shade smooth. And yeah, this is not good to be shaded smooth. Let's shade auto smooth. Yeah, shade auto smooth is also a nice option for the new Blender. Sometimes it works very cool. Of course, it's not as good as the concept, as a render and everything, but for this amount of time, like 1 hour and a half, it's relatively fine. Need stylized courses. So many realistic, semi-realistic courses on Udemy, so your courses are breath of fresh air. Yeah, because I don't think I can do a realistic character. I probably can do a realistic character, but it will be a very long course. It will be very difficult for me to make. It will be very long time in the making, and it will be the same price. So it's not good. Nico, where can we find the concept for the sculpt? I want to follow along. The concept is I just show you the guy who made it. Just like 15 minutes ago, I think. It's hard to sit through any course longer than 15 hours. It's so hard. It's doable, but it's tiring. Yeah, of course. This character really came out nicely. It's not exactly like the concept, but it's relatively fine. Not the worst. If not Wing Fox, what about Domestika? Or are they same in U terms? I don't know about Domestika. They have never contacted me yet. I have a friend, a guy who I was in school with, and he's a good artist, 2D artist, and they hired him to do them a course for them, but me, they haven't. I haven't had any, anything to do with them. Domestica needs a lot of requirements for their platform and not available for all countries to produce cores. So yeah, probably. Wonder if them teachers will beat you with the bamboo sticks for bad sculpting. Probably. How do you make the initial model that you sculpt on model? How do you make the initial model that you sculpt on model? What? I don't understand the question. I can admit that. I was 81 a bit before. It was 81 a bit before. 81. What was 81? I'm just, I'm just old. I cannot understand some things sometimes. It's just me. I'm not. It's not you. It's me. Could you show us, please, how it looks like on lights? Ah, with lights. It looks like this because it doesn't have lights. Okay, let's put some lights on. Light, area light. Move it. New. Scale down the strength of this. And this area light is pointing where it's pointing down, okay? Let's make it a sunlight, it will be easier. Sunlight with strength of 2. It's always a good option. Okay, and let's put some HDR. Come on. Ah, Blender Kit is not working now. Okay, it's here. But it's not loading properly. Probably something happened with the Blender Kit. Oops. HDRs, come on. Ah, it doesn't want to show me HDRs with F. Oh. Brushes, scenes, there are scenes. Materials, yes. HDRs, no. Come on, Blender Kit. You are making, I have to restart Blender, most likely it will work. I have 2 instances of Blender now working, and that's why. Let me just try to put the material to be the vertex color. Yeah, it's a little bit too light, but whatever. So select everything, Control L, link materials, and we are live. Now this should be white-ish, and this should be yellow-ish. Alright, so this is how he looks with the light. Yes. 81 viewers, okay. You promised to show us the previous iteration of this character. Oh yes, I remember. This is the previous iteration of this character. This is what I did today. It's similar, it's pretty similar. Now it's better. It's more refined because it's my second time doing this character, so it's better version of it, of course. What GPU are you using? I'm using 2080. This is my GPU. Hello, Nikolai. I need to log in. I have never logged in the Blender kit. Never. So, I don't know. Don't touch. It's for the Christmas. I mean base mesh. I don't use base meshes. My base mesh is the sphere. Every sphere is my base mesh. I'm always watching your videos after they are live. Awesome lives, but by the way, thank you. Thank you. Not thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Newer one looks so much better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Not so much. Probably it's better, yeah. Is the head and the torso separate meshes? Yes, of course. They are completely separate meshes. I always do them separate meshes because head has a lot more detail. And if you do it with the torso, you have to subdivide the torso so much and it will be a huge pain. It doesn't, you know. What's your opinion about UV in ZBrush? By the way, ZBrush is making the best UV unwrap in the business, I think, in my opinion. You have to just, for example, make the seams in some other software and just put it in ZBrush. In ZBrush will make you amazing UVs. Very good unwrap. I wish the unwraps of the other softwares were better, or at least that good. But yeah, I mean, Blender has a decent unwrap. How do you recommend finding good concepts? I cannot say. It's a secret. No, I just I just browse and look and look and look, and it's difficult. I mean, usually I cannot find a very good concept, but at some point I found and I put it in my collection in ArtStation. So you can find good concepts in my collection in ArtStation, which I don't think you can see, but if you can find them there. RTX 4090 just came out and I saw some benchmarks. Amazing. I mean, it's so much better than 3090. It's just mind-blowing. And mine is so much worse than 3090, so the 4090 will be amazing. I can work in Blender as in ZBrush with so many polygons and everything, but I will not do that. And you will ask, but why, Nico? It will be so nice. No, because if I do that, if I buy this 4090, which is like 3 or 4 slots card, this thick, maybe this thick, it's just ridiculous. But if I buy it and if I use it, I will not be a teacher because I will not be able to see exactly the problems that you will have in your sculpt because you will not have 4090. Some of you are on the laptops. So even this 2080 Super that I have is kind of, but for me, I have to sometimes do freelance and I do it all in Blender. So I need kind of a nice video card. So this is okay. This is okay. And this, even I didn't buy that. I didn't buy that. It was gift. It was a gift. Oh, again, our adult site. Oops. I have to close this. Go here. Report. Unwanted. Oh, pornography. Okay, pornography. Okay. And then remove. And then hide user on this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Blender is the best. I love you, Speedchar. Thank you very much. I cannot say I love you too because I don't really know you. But that's fine. Pinterest is very good for finding concepts. Yes, definitely Pinterest even is the better place to finding concepts because in Pinterest you can say, for example, a night concept, and there will be some concepts for nights. And if you choose the right, I mean, you choose one style and then you click it, and then only this style of concept will come. It's very cool. It's very cool. Pinterest is. I'm challenging myself to sculpt a human head every day for an hour. And now with your streams and videos, I found it very helpful. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool you do that. At least for an hour, if you sculpt every day, you will become better and better, definitely. I mean, you can wrap it to wooden handle and crush people's skulls. This is the 4090. Yes, you can, of course, but you can do it with the 3092 and the 2090 also. They are pretty hefty cards also. Yeah. Do you recommend starting making characters for games or statues? So statues. It doesn't matter. I mean, what I do recently is only high polys. So they can be used in games if somebody makes a low poly for them, or they can be used in 3D printing, but mostly I'm doing 3D printing stuff now. For me, it's a better fit for my taste. for my skills. You know, definitely. The biceps is so interesting in the concept also. It's pretty squarish. And there are other squarish things. Looks fine. By the way, if I have a lot of time, I will do a lot more work on the fingers, especially because they look a little bit off. And I have to, you know, do a lot of tests to make them correct placement and everything. But for this amount of time, we should be thankful to what we have. Most likely. We don't have this thing here, this stone element on his chest, but even without it, it's okay. And we don't have the bear, but without it, it's much better. I mean, without the bear. And also we have the legs, and this concept doesn't have legs. You see? No legs at all. And we have legs, which is great. So, ours is better than the concept. That's my kind of a... That's the thing we have to get out of this. By the way, I have a new lamp in here. Ooh. It's a little bit too much. I have to find a way to make it work better. Now it's too dark because I put paper over the lamp, and when I kind of get the paper out, and it's too bright, so it's... Sir, I have you 3D print your metal, please show us. Have you 3D print your models, please show us. Yes, I showed it in the beginning. Not in the beginning, in the middle of this. This is the guy from the YouTube course. He is pretty good. And this is the Demon Huntress from the course. Soon I will have the Dragon Rider. And if you kinda... I can show you the knight, the Dragon Knight. So, now, with my other courses, so the Dragon Knight. It's pretty cool. The horse and the tail, everything is here, as you can see. And the wings. It's very cool. I also have the Cyberpunk girl. One piece. It's very big. She's like 22 centimeters long, and it's one piece of, you know, 3D print. I haven't cut her to pieces and everything. And the only problem is in the base. It just did this, which is not a problem at all. And my best figure probably is this. It's pretty cool. It's very difficult with this camera. Okay. Yes. What 3D printer do you use? I don't use any 3D printer. I just gave them to a guy who is printing them. I'm not sure what kind of printer. I mean, the printer, I know what kind of it is. It's with the photopolymer one. I mean, with the liquid and with the laser in the bottom, or projector, laser or projector, one of those. So yeah. Do you plan to painting those? No, I don't plan to paint them. They're pretty cool, yeah, Natalia. Pretty cool. And I gave him to the Dragon Rider. I gave him the Demon Huntress, but with thicker sword, because you see the sword didn't print. I mean, it's thin. It's very thin. That's why I didn't print. But now I gave him the version with thicker sword, So hopefully he will do it. Then the Dragon Rider, and then the Lobo. I have to kind of take my time, and probably tomorrow, since I don't have too much work these days, probably tomorrow I will take the Lobo and just see if everything is okay. Just maybe make some things a little bit more with more geometry, so they don't get pixelated into the 3D print, you know, with the faces to be looked at and stuff like this. So I will get ready the Lobo. I will print the Lobo at some point, and when it's ready, I will see if everything is okay in the figure, and I will give the file to the concept artist. I promised that I will give him Lobo, and I will give him Lobo, but when it's ready. Yeah, 3D printing is very nice to see your work. I mean, you're making those things and you print them. It's really cool to hold them then in the hands, like your own creations, to touch them, to kiss them. How much does it cost to print one figure? So this one is very good quality. This particular one, the orc with the guns, and it cost me a lot. It costs me around 160 euro, I think. So it was the most cost. This one costs me. It's also nice quality. Maybe not as good as the orc, but still pretty good quality. This one is 40 euro, I think, pretty cheap. This one was around 4 euro, I think, no more than that. It's pretty good. It's very good. So nowadays it's cheaper, but the orc was old. This one, I think I didn't pay for that even, because the guy is my friend. He did a lot of those. I mean, I have 3 of these figures, and they all are with problematic backs. That's why he didn't take money, but everything else is just okay. Everything else is completely fine. So this is free, and the Demon Huntress for now is free because it's not yet in the best shape. Nico, what do you think about Marmoset? Because I see some people make easy concept but make nice render with Marmoset. You know, when you have Blender and when you have all the lights in there, and when you have everything possible, why should you use Marmoset? I don't understand quite much. I mean, you have this pretty good program that has everything, and you just have to take time to just learn it, to test some things, and to try it more. And yeah, in Marmoset, for example, you will not be able to do a good render if you're not good with lights and rendering, and you will get good with practice, a lot of practice. I will have to save some more for it. Will cost me a lot due to import fees and duties to get the printer up to where I live. Yeah, it's not super expensive. I mean, for one figure, for one like 30 or 40 euro or 30 or 40 dollars, I think to have it like your own personal unique figure, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the orc was expensive. Even for me, it was kind of expensive. But you know, the orc was it was 4 years ago, I think. I'm not sure. Before the pandemic, way before. Blender is free. Marmoset is expensive, of course. Yeah. What 3D printer did he use for the print? I told you it's a printer. It costs around $1,000, I think, the printer, but it's very nice. It's a printer with a liquid polymer, photopolymer, and it's solidifying the polymer layer by layer from below. It's a glass kind of a thing, and it's starting from below and solidifying and pulling, and the figure is like pulled from the top. That's type of printer. Yeah, the orc with guns. Uh, this is separate. The bottom is separate piece, the legs, the two legs are separate piece. They are cut from the waist, and both the hands are separate, and the head is a separate piece. It's cut. All the others are not cut. They are one piece. All the others, because a different guy had printed them, and he told me no need to cut it. Just give it to me. I will print it, and he prints them, and it's okay. He's a nice guy. Yeah, the resin printers are cheap, but they cannot go to this quality. Uh, I mean, not so much. This one is completely smooth. There is no, you cannot see layers. You basically cannot see layers. On the resin printers, you can see layers. On this one, you cannot. It's super smooth. And you basically cannot see it because of, yeah. But it's very smooth. It's very well detailed and very smooth. Okay, guys, now it's already 2 hours. We have to finish it because we are starting to talk some stuff and it's useless. And yeah, let's wrap it up. Yeah, I'm too dark. I'm too dark with this new light here, and I don't like it. Probably like this. Yeah, I will tape it like this, and it will be better. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, but this is test. This is a good test. A skill for the lighting. Just send the file like this. Like this. You sent it like this. And the guy prints it. No layers, no nothing. Just sent it like one mesh. Goodbye. With the base and everything. Just one mesh. And he prints it. Of course, as I told you, sometimes the print got, that's why they, most of the time, they make it in different pieces. For example, in this print, when he put the head and the arms together to print them, they were okay. But when he put only the body, the torso, it became it came out bad. So he had to put it again. But if you put the whole thing like this, and it became bad once, and then twice, and then 3 times, you will lose so much money from the guy who is printing them. That's why most guys, they want cut pieces, you know. 5 user on this channel. I don't know this guys how they find me. That's interesting. Report. Okay. 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 Thank you guys and goodbye.